What's going on, guys? My name is Michael Weer, and it is January 1st, 2026. And I thought this year I would do something a little bit different on my channel. Don't get me wrong, you're still going to get a bunch of movie reviews and movie-related content, but I thought I would do something else in addition to all of that movie content, and that is give you guys a glimpse into my life on a daily basis throughout the year. I don't know how well I'll keep up with this, so I guess if you're watching this right now, I did keep up with it pretty well. But my goal is to kind of check in once a day, tell you guys what I have going on, and go from there on the video. If I'm somewhere and something's going on, maybe showing you guys what I'm experiencing. It won't always be movie-related content, but a lot of my life does revolve around movies, so maybe it'll be movie-related content. I guess this portion of the video is just me telling you I'm kicking it off, and again, if you're watching this, then I did a pretty good job vlogging my life throughout January of 2026. We'll see how this goes. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get to it. All right, guys, we've made it to January 2nd, and I am currently at the post office. Not a very exciting place, and to be honest, this is about as exciting as my life gets, but these are the kind of adventures you get to go on with me if you watch this video. With that said, I am dropping off my final Indiana Department of Revenue tax check for 2025. Yeah, my job won't take Indiana state taxes out because technically I work in Illinois, but I live in Indiana, so I owe both states all year, which I do think is wrong, but it is what it is. And so I have to make quarterly payments, and I've never done it before, but in 2025, my wife and I were like, we're going to be on top of it so they don't penalize us at tax time. So making my final Department of Indiana payment, tax payment. So exciting. Yay. It's the third day of the year, and it's also date night. A little bit of alone time with my wife. That's kind of nice. Grandma's coming over to watch the kids. We're going to go get some Chinese food and see the new movie, We Bury the Dead, which doesn't look like a very good movie, but it's January. You kind of expect bad horror films in January, so that's what we're going to go do tonight. And otherwise today, I put together my top 10 most anticipated movies list for 2026, and I did leave Dune Part 3 off of that list, so I'm very interested to see who complains about that. I have my reasons for not putting Dune on the most anticipated list, but I guess my biggest reason is that it doesn't come out till the same day as Avengers Doomsday, and that film is like in December and looks like it's full speed ahead. I doubt they delay Doomsday unless there's a CGI problem. So if anything moves off that date at this time, it's probably going to be Dune. I know people online are already putting together Doomsday as like a day that both those movies are going to come out, but I just can't imagine they leave it on that date. So I left it off the list. We'll see what people say. So date night continues, but it continues at the at-home store where I found this sign that says all Halloween decor is 75% off. It's January right now. I just stepped on glass. And I'll be honest with you, I understand why this Halloween decor is 75% off because most of it looks pretty rough, but they do have pumpkin carving and hay rides, the candle. And I smelled it, and I can confirm to you guys that this is coming home with me. And so now I've made it to the fourth day of 2026. So far, so good today. It's been a busy morning, though. Last night was fun. We didn't end up seeing that movie we were planning to see. We just went to dinner, went to some stores, had some fun. Then we came home, put the kids to bed, and we watched a film that I've been wanting to watch for a while, and neither of us had ever seen it before. It's called Frailty, stars Matthew McConaughey. It's a religious thriller serial killer film. If you haven't seen it, it's really good. It's got a great twist to it. Definitely recommend it. And that was the night, so it was a good night. And then this morning's been busy, though. I had to go to the grocery store this morning because I do the grocery shopping in this house while my wife does the cooking. It's a good trade-off. So we did that, and then after that, I came home, and I packed my work bag for the week, ironed all my clothes for the work week, because I've got to go on a trip, and I've actually got to stay in 4 different hotels over the next 5 days, and that kind of sucks, because if you get one hotel, it's pretty easy. You just unpack your bags once, that's it. 4 hotels over 5 days, you're constantly checking in, checking out. It's going to be a long work week. But yeah, that's what I've been doing today, just busy, busy, busy. So everything's slowed down a little bit now. My wife's cooking chili. Maybe going to go read a book for a little while. Yeah, I've got a goal this year to read 1 book a month, so started a camp horror book. I like fiction. I like horror. It's a good blend. So that's what I got going on today. All right, guys, I'm on my first work trip of the year. I travel for about half the year, so I end up staying in a lot of hotels. But this first work trip, it's actually going to put me in 4 different hotels over the next 5 days. So I've made it to my first destination, which is LaSalle, Illinois. Threw up some stuff right there. Just got in my room and figured I'd make a quick video. I am going to go check out the fitness center in this hotel. Here's the thing. Most fitness centers suck. It's just better to go to your gym. I like going to Planet Fitness because they have a pretty good deal. But the closest Planet Fitness is 30 minutes from here. So I'm just going to go to the fitness center here and see how that is. If nobody else is in there, maybe I'll show you guys around. All right, guys, I did make it to the fitness center. As you can see, they have that equipment, they have some treadmills, and they've got some dumbbells. And that's the fitness center. I want a scale in case you don't know how heavy you are, or if your weight is going to change while you're working out in the fitness center. Fitness centers suck in hotels. I've been to like one hotel where the fitness center was awesome. That's it. And I've been traveling for 7 years. All right, guys, it's midnight. I am on my way into work right now. And I did ask the hotel for a late checkout tomorrow morning. And the guy behind the counter is like, why? And I've never been asked that before. I've asked for a lot of late checkouts. No one ever has asked me for like a reason why. I was like, so I can sleep later? I said I have to work overnight. And just 11 a.m. won't cut it today. I'd like to sleep until 1. He goes, well, I can't do 1. I could maybe do noon. I was like, I'll take what you can give me, buddy. So I'm gonna stay in there until 1 tomorrow though. Alright guys, I've made it to my next hotel on the 6th day of January, and there is a huge difference between a hotel that doesn't care about you at all and a casino hotel which also does not care about you at all but badly wants you to spend your money in their casino. And what I'm getting at here is what I talked to you guys about last night. The hotel I was in yesterday did still give me an issue about trying to do a late checkout at 1 p.m., although I was able to do it. Whatever. I left that hotel and I realized I was going to get to this hotel 2 hours early, so I called ahead and I was like, hey, I'm going to be 2 hours earlier than my reservation. Is there any way you can get me into a room, or should I just find something to do for 2 hours? And she's like, we always have extra rooms. Come on in, sir. And here's the thing. I know they don't care, but I also know they want me to go to the casino side of the hotel and spend money, which I'm not going to do because I'm just not much of a gambler. Sure, every once in a while, like most people, I will throw money at a scratch-off ticket, but that's it. I'm not much of a gambler. It's not my vice. You guys know my vice. It's movies, and they don't have a movie theater here. In fact, there's not even a good movie theater anywhere near this hotel, so no movies today either. But I am about to head out to the gym, then I am going to get some dinner, and that'll be my entire day. Not super exciting, but I guess the moral of this story is that hotels just don't care. Well, not just hotels, most things in life. They don't cater to you. They are there and you can use them for a price. It's not a great moral lesson, but it is one everyone has to learn. Another day on this work trip and another hotel, and I have 2 things to talk about in this video. The first one is that I found a new show. Well, it's not a new show. It's been out for a couple of years. Several seasons of it on Paramount Plus already, but it's new to me, and that's why it's a new show. It's kind of like when you buy a new car, but it's really a used car, but you tell your friends, hey, I bought a new car. But it's used, and it's a 2002 Saturn, but it's got a 3rd door, and that's pretty cool. Back to the show, it is called Mayor of Kingstown. I've heard about it before, but I've never checked it out. It's won several awards, it stars Jeremy Renner, and so for all those reasons, I was like, I'll watch the first episode. So I'm watching the first episode, and Kyle Chandler is in this, and he's not just some throwaway character, he seems like he's a main character. And just as I'm getting excited that I found a new show with Kyle Chandler as the main character, and spoilers here, all right, you've been warned, for the first episode of Mayor of Kingstown, which has been out for a very long time. Anyway, they kill him. And I was like, God damn it, because I love that guy in a TV show. But Jeremy Renner is carrying it, and it was kind of perfect the way that they killed Kyle Chandler, because it gave you, the audience member, reason to really root for Jeremy Renner. So it was kind of a perfect setup. So that's the show I found. Watched a couple episodes last night before work, and then I watched another episode just now. It's a fun little show. I'm enjoying it. The other thing I wanted to talk about, though, is that I found a 2002 Saturn. No, I'm kidding. That was my first car, though. That was the very first car that I ever owned. It did have a 3rd door. It's unmatched. I wouldn't buy one now, but it was really cool when I was 18. Okay. The other thing I did want to talk about, though, is that Amazon is currently having a deal where you can buy 3 4K movies for $11 a piece, but it only kicks in if you buy all 3. So for $33 total, I got 3 4K movies, and I'm not going to tell you what they are just yet because they're supposed to arrive at my house in the next couple of days. And so when I get home, I will unpackage them in this video for you in a couple days from now. So Okay, that's it. That's everything I wanted to talk about today. And on the 8th day of the month, I made it to my 4th hotel of the month. And yeah, this is a Candlewood Suites. Not bad. This isn't a hotel review series, although the Candlewoods have slowly gotten better. I remember when I first started traveling around 7 years ago, all the Candlewoods were terrible. They were these little tiny TVs in these rundown rooms that looked like they hadn't been remodeled in 20 years, but now they look a lot better. And it's got a big TV, which I appreciate. So yeah, I'm here at the Candlewood in Elgin, Illinois. This is my last stop this week. And just have to work the night out. And tomorrow morning, I'm heading home, which is pretty exciting. It's nice to be back at my own home with my own shower. Nothing beats your own shower. All right, maybe this is becoming a little bit of a hotel review because I do want to talk about all of this that's going on here. Have any of you ever stayed in a Candlewood Suites? Because when you get here, they provide not just the normal bed, bathroom, TV that most or all hotel rooms give you here in America, but there are a ton of extra things like a toaster or things you can cook in. For instance, there's this strainer. Has anybody ever come to a Candlewood Suites and they've been like, you know what? We're having spaghetti tonight, and oh no, we're not ordering. I'm just curious if anybody's ever done that. Or like, has anybody ever used the bowls or the dishes? I don't imagine a world where the last person that stayed here didn't clean this. And I'm not imagining a world where the people who clean this room clean. I don't think they come in here and do dishes every day. I don't think they do that. I don't think they have like a mega dishwasher downstairs and they just breathe. I think these sit here all the time. And I also think that unless they're in the sink when the previous traveler has left, the staff is not clean. I don't believe in the cleanliness of these dishes. I would personally never use them, but I'm wondering if any of you have ever used these. Also, they give a ton of paper towels, which is actually appreciated. All right, guys, it is Friday night and I did make it home from my work trip. I'm so happy to be home, but it's been a busy afternoon and now evening since I got home. When I first got in town, I stopped at the grocery store, got all we needed for the next week, just so I could get groceries out of the way early. And then I went to the bank and I had to pull 100 single dollar bills so that my kids would have just money for their field trips that are coming up. It's always a weird thing walking into a bank and being like, I need $100 all in ones. Like I'm not going to do anything weird with it. I'm just paying for my kids' field trips. But I had to do that. And then I had to do a bunch of running around for my wife because her birthday is tomorrow. She's turning 31. And that leads me to why I'm down here right now, because I am down here with wrapping paper and presents. You can only see one, but there's a bunch over here. And I'm going to wrap them right now. And then after I'm done with that, my wife's upstairs relaxing in her room. Hopefully, I can go upstairs and I can decorate as well before going to bed tonight. Surprise her in the morning with that. So that's what I have going on. And all of this is brought to you by the power of Red Bull, which I'm about to open. And it's going to give me the energy I need to get through the rest of the night. I know people say, don't drink the one with sugar. Drink the sugar-free one or drink the zero one. No. It's original Red Bull or bust. And I love original Red Bull. It is January 10th, 2026, which means it has been 31 years since my beautiful, adorable, and perfect wife was born. Yeah, it's her birthday today, and we've been celebrating it. Woke up this morning, made some breakfast for her and the kids. After breakfast, we gave her birthday presents. She seemed to really like those. And then now I snuck down to the basement to do a quick reaction to the Godzilla -0 news that dropped last night, how we are getting that movie at the end of this year. I'm so very hyped about that. Made a quick reaction to it, threw it on my YouTube channel, and then I thought I'd just make this quick daily video really fast down here. As for the rest of the day, we got some birthday celebrations continuing, some friends coming over later, ordering some pizza, some movies, some games. Should have a lot of fun. That's what's going on today. That's all I got. I'm going to get back up to the birthday celebration, so I'm not gone too long. So now it is Sunday, and it is also the 11th day, so you're getting another vlog entry into this video, and I decided I'd set the camera up in a way that you guys could see what I normally look at when I'm making my reviews. Typically you see the other side of the room, but yeah, that's what I'm looking at. There's a light up there, my microphone back there, and then there's the Death Star, and there's the Millennium Falcon, and then over here is a puzzle my in-laws gave me, but part of that side of the desk is kind of a mess, so I thought I'd angle it this way. Then I got some other shelves that are new additions since the last time I did a movie theater room walkthrough, so just thought I'd show you guys that for this entry today. But I also wanted to keep a promise, and that is show you guys the movies I bought the other day on Amazon. I just randomly logged into Google, and one of the top stories on Google for me was, hey, Amazon's doing their $11 4K deals again. So they're $11 a 4K movie, but you have to buy at least 3. So you end up spending $33, but keep in mind, most of the time, 4K movies cost upwards of $30 to $40 by themselves. So it's a really good deal. So I went through this really long list and I found 3 things that I wanted on 4K. One of them is a brand new movie to my collection. 2 of them are just simply 4K upgrades, but we're going to pull them out of the box now. The first one is The Conjuring on 4K. This is, of course, the first Conjuring film and just an absolutely phenomenal film. During the spooky holiday, I have my poster wall over there, and I do have the Conjuring poster because it's one of my favorite posters. It's just the house in the background, but then you see the shadow of a witch that's been hung from a tree. It's just a really good poster. And so I thought buying this on 4K was the way to go. I'm really looking forward to checking this out when the spooky season comes around. So that's The Conjuring. Next one out of the box, we have Pacific Rim, another film that I've really wanted to watch on 4K for a while. I've owned the Blu-ray for a long time. I remember when I saw this in theaters, I didn't think much of it. I was like, I don't know if this is going to be any good. The trailers look okay. Then I saw it in theaters. I think it was 2013, and this blew me away. I had to buy it, so it's been on my shelves for a while. I watch it every once in a while. I love Pacific Rim, but I've never owned it on 4K, so now I do, and picked up Pacific Rim. And then finally, the last one in the box here, just throw the box away. But the last on the box here is the new addition to my collection, and it is the new Superman film on 4K. Now, I am a little disappointed that I didn't get a slipcover with this. It's always hit and miss when you buy movies online. That's why I typically like to find movies out in the wild, and I only buy them online if it's like an Arrow video or something special where you know you're getting this big special collector's edition and it's going to have everything you want. Or you can get a steelbook, although then you worry about it being dented in the mail. It's not really a great way to buy movies online. So I only got this because of the deal. Otherwise, I definitely wouldn't have picked up the 4K in a store without the slipcover. But here we are. I am slipcoverless, and I'm really excited to add this into my collection. I'm not going to be doing traditional Blu-ray collection update videos this year. I thought I would just sort of add them into these videos as I go along. But I'm also going to be doing a full Blu-ray collection update, like my entire Blu-ray collection over the course of the year, dropping 1 video a month. Now, I already covered all that in another video I made talking about my special plans for YouTube in 2026. But yeah, so I figure I'll tell you about the new stuff I get in these videos, but then I will also be going through my entire collection throughout the entire year. So if you're a Blu-ray collector and like to watch somebody talk about movies, check my channel. There's already a ton of Blu-ray collection update videos, but I will be doing my entire collection throughout 2026. And guys, that's all I have to say for today. It has been the 11th day of the year. I guess on a personal note, to just tell you guys what I was doing today, woke up this morning, got my kids some donuts, because I like to get them donuts on one of the weekend days, either Saturday or Sunday. And then I took my family bowling because we hadn't been bowling in a while, and it's January in the Midwest, so you can't really do anything outdoors, and I feel like my kids deserve to like get a little bit of exercise. So we went bowling, and when we got there, the lady at the front counter was kind of rude. Like, we walked up to the desk and there were 2 other families that were standing there, but they were like away from the desk. So we walked up to the front desk and she doesn't say good morning. She doesn't say hello. She just goes, yeah, there's 2 other people that are in line ahead of you. We're just opening. So you're going to give us a second and stand over there. And I said, well, good morning to you too. And then we stepped over there and we waited our turn. Again, I wasn't trying to cut anybody. Just I walked up. Customer service is dead. If I can give you one thing to take away from this video today on this particular day in January, it is that customer service is dead. They don't need you. If you want to use their services, you better be ready for poor customer service. But whatever, we ended up getting a lane, and then after trying on several pair of shoes, I finally found one that fit my feet, and we bowled for about an hour and a half, had fun with that. And then we came home, and as a family, we cracked open some books that we had been reading the last couple of weeks, so we sat down, and we were all reading for about an hour to an hour and a half, and then I had to get up and sort of prep for the week, packed my kids' school lunches, and then I started ironing my clothes for my work week, because my work week is full speed ahead starting tomorrow morning at 2 a.m. And that's where we are. I was like, wait a minute, I have to make a quick vlog entry, and I wanted to talk about the movies I just got, so now you know everything. That's everything going on in my life. So it's been a busy day, but it's been a fun day with the wife and kids, and I always appreciate those, especially in January where the weather's not very nice. It's nice to look back on the day and be like, oh, we had a good day today. It's just, that's nice. So I guess that's all I have to say for today's vlog entry. Catch you in the next one. What's up, guys? I just got home from work, left for work at 2 this morning. It is now 2:14 in the afternoon. But after work, I stopped at the gym. That's why I'm wearing gym clothes. And went into the locker room to change. And the thing about Planet Fitness, if you guys aren't aware, is that old men inside of the locker rooms at Planet Fitness have absolutely no chill, and they have no problem just being completely balls out naked in the locker room. And that is what I walked into today. I was walking in, trying to mind my own business, keep my eyes low, and turned the corner to get to a dressing room or a changing room, I guess. And yep, he's just standing there, just completely naked, just no shame. And that's old guys at the gym. And that's been my Monday. I worked, I went to the gym, saw a naked old man, worked out, left the gym, came home, and now it's time for a protein shake. It's down there on the counter. I don't have a free hand right now to grab it and show you guys, so you just have to take my word for it that that is a protein shake. And that's all I got. Well, another day and another vlog entry. I just got off of work and had to stop at Target on the way to the gym. There is Target right over there. And yeah, I had to stop at Target because last night I was chopping an onion with the onion chopper, and my wife says I went too hard with it. I just think it was old. Anyway, I ended up breaking it, and we didn't realize until a piece of the plastic ended up going into the mastacholi, and that was a whole thing because I almost ate plastic last night. But I am at Target to get a new onion chopper, and then I'm gonna head to the gym, and then I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna start grilling some chicken because it's not warm out, but here in the Midwest, if you need to grill and it's not snowing, you're pretty much good to grill. It's probably like that everywhere, but a lot of people probably look at me funny like, yep, Mike's outside grilling again. It's 20 to 30 degrees. I don't care. I'm gonna grill. Anyway, that's what I got going on today. All right, guys, I finished up with my workout. It was shoulders day. It felt really good. And I was going to let that previous video be the only one for today, but I figured I'd show you guys my onion chopper that I picked up at Target. So there it is, a brand new onion chopper. And you know what? I think this one is better. So I think chopping onions or tomatoes or peppers or whatever I need to chop or my wife needs to chop in the future will be a better time because we now have an even better onion chopper. But also while I was at Target, I found something else. My daughter is absolutely obsessed with the film Coraline. She has a Coraline poster, Coraline dolls. At her birthday last year, we found the Coraline from the Button World with button eyes, and so she really liked that. And then at Christmas, we actually found the mother from the Coraline with button eyes, and I just found the dad from the Button World with button eyes, and I think she's gonna love it. I don't know when to give it to her. Probably going to give it to her on her birthday, but that's not till June. So if there's something before that, maybe Valentine's Day. I don't know. I could just give it to her, but I do have another daughter and a son, and they'll wonder why I didn't get them anything. But I figured I had to have this like ready to give her the next time I need to give her a present. So there you go. Coraline, button eyes dad, and an onion chopper. That was the 13th of January. It is Wednesday, January the 14th. I just got home from work and a workout, and I came in. The house smelling delicious right now because my wife is making raviolis in that crock pot right there, and I'm very excited about that for tonight. Otherwise, on YouTube today, my first movie night for the year came out. We did Bring It On for our first movie night. My wife wanted to watch it with me. I had never seen it all the way through. It's fine, but we enjoyed the movie night. I loved shooting that with her, and I loved editing it. So it's a fun video. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, check it out. Next month, I will be doing another movie night with her. I almost gave it away, but it's going to be a surprise in the middle of February, and this video should come out before that, so you'll just have to find out when that one drops. But yeah, doing a monthly movie night with E this year, and so far, so good. We're 1 month down, and we had a good time with it. I do have one other thing to show you guys in this video, but it's downstairs, so I guess we'll go there next. Okay, guys, we've made it downstairs, and I wanted to show you something really fast that my wife found earlier. She found these upstairs in a cabinet, and I completely forgot that I owned them, so when she got them out of the cabinet, I was like, oh, cool, I've got to add this into a vlog, and that is what you're seeing before you hear these cups. Now, back in 1995, McDonald's ran a promotion. I believe these were inserted into Happy Meals, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Maybe you had to purchase them from McDonald's, but because it was the 90s, they were probably just given away for free. Anyway, they were glass cups for the Batman Forever film with Batman, Robin, Two-Face, and Riddler, and the cups are these right here. And so right here we have the Batman cup, trying to get that into focus there. There you go, and it's got a big question mark on the back. And then right here we have the Robin cup. And that's pretty cool. And I like how all the handles are different as well. Then we've got the Two-Face cup. And again, with the handle made out of coins here. That's pretty awesome. And then finally the Riddler cup. And I always loved the Riddler cup because the handle is the question mark from his Riddler staff. And I thought that was really cool. So I just want to show you guys though. So one more time, there's the Riddler cup. And then there's the Two-Face cup with the coins. And then there is the Batman cup, and it's got like a, I don't know, I guess a bat symbol right there. Maybe it's a Batarang, but it's pretty cool. And then finally, the Robin cup. And I thought those were really cool, and I had to show them off in a video. And that's really all I have. I just wanted to show you that. And I guess they're going to go into storage now because I don't really know where to put them, and I'm not really going to drink out of them. They are kind of cool. And so I wanted to show them to you guys. But yeah, I think they were given away with McDonald's Happy Meals, but I was 5 years old when they were given away. So if I'm wrong and you're one of the olds, well, let me know if they were actually given away in McDonald's Happy Meals or not. That's really all I got. It's been a fun day. And so Thursday the 15th is here, and it was a pretty typical day. I went to work early this morning, got home, went to the gym, came home again, but this time I napped for a little bit. I took a nap. As a grown-ass man, I took a nap. I know. It's not okay, but I did. I took a 2-hour nap because I needed to be up late tonight because tonight I am seeing 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. And I rewatched my own reviews on the 28 Days Later franchise just to give myself a refresher. And I was reminded about how the end of 28 Years Later left a bad taste in my mouth with ending it with all of the Jimmy Savile characters. Jimmy Savile was a very bad person, and may he rot in hell. And so I'm very curious where they're going to go with 28 Years Later, Bone Temple. The reviews on it are incredible. People saying that as much as they didn't like the ending of that 28 Years Later film, they really love in what they did with 28 Years Later, Bone Temple. So I'm hoping it's great. That's where I'm going tonight. So yeah, that's what I got going on. And maybe after the movie, after I do my quick reaction, maybe I'll give you guys a little bit more of my thoughts on the movie in this video. We'll see. Okay, well, it is a little bit later on the 15th, and I did just get back home from seeing 28 Years Later, Bone Temple. My reviews are on my channel already for this movie, but as of right now, I absolutely loved this thing. I cannot wait to do a full review for it. But that said, that's not what I want to talk about in this video. I actually want to talk about YouTube because the other day I did a quick reaction, and typically what I do is I film half of it beforehand where I just give you my thoughts before the movie, and then I give my thoughts after the movie. And I filmed it and I saved it to my drafts, and then it wasn't there after the movie. I was really irritated because I liked what I said beforehand. And I did the same thing tonight where I filmed half of it before I went into the movie, gave my quick thoughts before the movie, came out to give my quick thoughts after the movie, and the video was gone. And I was so irritated, so I looked it up on Google, like, is there an issue with saving drafts in YouTube Shorts? And apparently if you save something over 60 seconds, it doesn't save. And I learned that the hard way officially today. So now I know, and now I'm still irritated because I had to come home and film like a full quick reaction here in my garage. But I still had a great time with 28 Years Later, Bone Temple. I'll be on a high from this movie for the weekend because it's that damn good. It was a good day today. Well, guys, it is January 16th, and I am down here in my very favorite place to be on Earth. I know a lot of these videos have been shot down here, but I love being down here. So if I'm going to give you guys a rundown of my day, I'm just going to do it from this desk right here. I also could turn a light on so that there's not like this weird shadow. Hold on. This is all part of the video now. There. That's better. What's going on, guys? Yeah, so it is Friday, the 16th of January, and as for my day today, well, I dropped the kids at school, and it was the first time getting to do that in the new year, so that was fun. And then after that, I shot my review for the Bone Temple film. I still am really wowed at how much I really enjoyed that movie. And then from there, I watched some Kill Tony with my wife, because she got done with work early, so we watched the new Netflix Kill Tony special. If you don't watch Kill Tony, you need to. It's hilarious. And we got some shopping done. We picked the kids up. Then I hit the gym. It was leg day. After that, the kids all got Applebee's certificates from school, so we took them to Applebee's. And then from there, we went to Barnes & Noble, where we let the kids pick out some books. And also, I picked up a book, Project Hail Mary. Everybody says that with the movie coming out, I need to read this book. So I'm going to check out the book, Project Hail Mary, before seeing the movie this year, and then maybe compare to see what they change. The movie, of course, stars Ryan Gosling. It's set in space, so I'm going to be there day one regardless, but I'm excited to read this book. So yeah, I picked up a book tonight, and then From there, we made it home, and now I'm shooting this video. What are my plans for the rest of the night? Well, if you must know, I want to watch The Rip. It's a new Netflix film starring both Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, so that's what I want to do with my Friday night. I'm going to watch The Rip, and I hope it's awesome. That's all I got. This has been Friday the 16th. What's going on, guys? I am outside of my barber shop about 10 minutes early, and they are not open yet. Now, the sign on the door does say that they don't open until 9, but my guy always schedules me for 8, and they're always open, but they're not open yet. It's 10 till 8. We'll see. Also, I've never been in this store next door to this this collectibles store. Looks kind of cool. I should probably check it out sometime. But they're only open at like 11 a.m., like, I don't know, a couple days a week. It says the hours on the door right there. But they're always 11 a.m., and they're closed on Sundays. So maybe eventually. That'd be fun. Maybe I'll put that on the to-do list in 2026. Yeah, but otherwise it is Saturday the 17th. I am about to get a haircut, which is badly needed. I usually get one every 4 weeks, and this time I skipped to the 5th week, so I need a haircut. I'm excited about that. And then as far as the rest of the day goes, I've got to check into my flight because I've got a flight to Buffalo tomorrow. And then I've got to try and finish my book. I know, that's exciting stuff, but it's what's going on in my life today on January 17th. And so, guys, I have gotten a haircut, and you know what? This gray hair, it's just there to stay. I'm a gray-haired man now. You know what? I can't complain, though, because in my 20s, I always told people, oh, I'm looking forward to getting, like, gray hair or white hair. Like, my grandpa has a full head of white hair, and I think my dad's almost there, too. So neither one went bald, but they both got white hair. My mom also started getting gray to white hair early, so I knew it was coming. All my brothers before me, I have 4 brothers. 3 of them are older than me, and all of them grayed early. So I expected it, but now it's here, and it's here to stay. You can see it on the side there. That said, I did get a haircut. It did feel good. But I wanted to talk about the barbershop I go to. I love that barbershop. I'd never been to like a classic barbershop until a couple of months ago, and now I absolutely love it. You know, you go in there, it's pretty much all guys in there. They got a big TV going, they got some music going, people are talking about sports, people are talking about life, and I love that. I just love like just being in that atmosphere. It feels great. And typically I go pretty early, so there's only a couple of barbers there, but sometimes I'm there in the afternoon, and man, it's just popping in there. People are messing with each other back and forth, and the barbers are all riffing with each other. I love that. Before, I always went to a salon, and the girl who cut my hair did a good job, and she would talk to me about video games and things like that, but I didn't like it in that building, and also I didn't like anybody else that worked there. So if that girl wasn't available to cut my hair, if she was taking time off or something, I didn't get a haircut. And so when she no longer worked at that salon, I was like, all right, I got to find a new place. And so I found this barber shop that I showed you guys earlier. And now again, I love it there. But then fast forward a couple of weeks after the girl who used to cut my hair didn't work at that salon anymore, she reached out to me via text and she was like, hey, I'm at this new spot. You should come get your hair cut. And I just ignored her. And I feel kind of bad about that because I should have at least sent her a text like, no, I found a new spot, or I appreciate all the times you cut my hair, but I just ignored her. I took that way. I took that route. And then she reached out to me on Facebook, and then I'm pretty sure she also reached out to me on like a couple other social medias, and I just deleted and blocked her. I'm not trying to be mean to her, but like I don't want to face someone I have to say no to if I don't have to. But I do love my new barbershop. And yeah, my hair's cut. So Saturday. It's still Saturday the 17th over here. I did catch up on Traders, which was something my wife and I were looking forward to doing before I had to leave this weekend. And I finished this book, How to Survive Camping, The Man with No Shadow. It's a novel by Bonnie Quinn, sort of a horror novel. But what I'm really excited about is that I set a goal for myself saying that I was going to read at least one book a month throughout 2026. And in the first 17 days of the year, I read this book. I had a really fun time with it. If you're looking for a spooky book, something that doesn't take itself too serious, an easy read, then check out How to Survive Camping. I had a fun time with it. That said, I think I am going to start Project Hail Mary next. This is the book I picked up last night and I told you guys about. But I am excited about this because the movie comes out in just a couple of months. The movie is about a guy having to go to space, and that guy is played by Ryan Gosling. So I'm going to check that movie out, but I'm going to read the book first. And I think maybe I'll get this done before the end of January, knocking out 2 books at the beginning of the year. And I think that's pretty cool. January 18th is here, and I am currently in Buffalo, New York. Well, Niagara Falls, but I'm out here for work, so I'm probably not going to see Niagara Falls. The point I'm making here is that I had to get on a plane very early this morning and fly here, but before I could do that, I had to drop my car off, and I went to drop my car off, and the guy was like, "Hey, our system is down, so can you take a picture of your ticket and then call us when you get back so that we have your car ready?" It was a whole thing. But yeah, I did that, and then I got to the airport, and then I went to the TSA pre-line because I'm not standing in a normal security line. That's not what I do. But yeah, I got in TSA pre, and there were like 200 people there. The secret is out on TSA pre. Too many people have it. It needs to be limited. That's how I feel, and I need to be part of that limited group. But on a serious note, yeah, it was the longest I've ever waited in TSA pre. I think I was there for almost 40 minutes, whereas previously, I think the longest wait I ever had was like 5 minutes. But whatever, I made it through. I'm always early anyway, so I made it through. And then the instant, and I mean the instant that I sat down and opened my phone at my gate, my phone went off and said, "Your gate has changed." So I had to move to a different gate. But whatever, I went to that new gate and I sat there and I ordered some Dunkin' Donuts from the Dunkin' Donuts that was right across there. And I had a Dunkin' Donuts breakfast. And then I got on the plane and I've arrived in Buffalo. And so, yeah, that's been my day. I did go to the gym, and I went to this place called Duff's. That's Duff with an F. And we went there, and there's a bunch of sad Buffalo Bill fans everywhere I go. In fact, we walked into the gym, me and my coworker, we walked into the gym, and we scanned in, and the girl was like, "Bills fans?" And we were like, "No." I said, "I'm out of Chicago." And she just kind of looked at me, and I said, "My team's going to lose too." And so they're real serious about football here. And their team lost embarrassingly last night. Well, they were kind of robbed by the refs, but also they lost. Anyway, so I should look forward to hearing about that all week. And then, yeah, now I'm back here in my hotel room. I ironed some clothes for work, and I've got a couple hours to kill, so I'm actually going to go check out the new movie Night Patrol. I'm hoping that's a fun time. It's got CM Punk from WWE, and it also has Justin Long, who's like my favorite person to show up inside of a horror film, so I'm hoping it's a fun time. And that's been my day. That's been the 18th. It is now January 19th. This is the parking lot here at my hotel. It has just been snowing off and on all day, or if it's not snowing, the wind is blowing. Highways were terrible this morning, and this is about 5 p.m. here, so it's supposed to pick up again. I think the weather advisory goes through Wednesday, but I wanted to show you guys the parking lot specifically for a couple of reasons. Okay, so specifically, this car right here was here when we got in yesterday afternoon, and it hasn't moved, and I'm curious how long that car will sit here in the parking lot. Like all the rest of these cars, you can see that the snow has been brushed off of them, well, all but that car. We'll watch you too. But that yellow car in particular kind of sticks out because everything else is like dark gray, dark red, dark blue. But that's yellow, and so it's just kind of sitting there. So we'll see when the bug moves. And then up here, if I could give you guys just a little bit more of what's going on. You notice out here, there's Bob Evans sign, red roof, and then I'm over here there it is right there, the Hampton. And the Bob Evans, okay, it's right there. That's the establishment. Bob Evans sucks, just in case you guys don't know. I felt like I needed to say that. Anyway, yeah, this has been the 19th. All right, I know I just said that's the 19th, like that was the end of the video, but I actually have one other thing to talk about. Yesterday, I made a quick reaction to The Rip, and that's a new Netflix film. I was really brief with my thoughts on the movie because that's a quick reaction. To me, a quick reaction isn't like a full review, a full synopsis. It's just, here's a couple of bullet points from the movie, here's one thing I liked, one thing I didn't like. That's the quick reaction. It's a quick format because you only have a limited amount of time. And somebody commented on there, "Well, you shouldn't have said so much about the movie." And I don't think they were being sarcastic. I think they were being, like, for real. And I just don't understand people. I don't understand. I have never once, and here's the thing, I'm good with, like, leave a constructive criticism comment. I have no problem with that. Leave one about this video. But I don't understand the people that are like, I'm just going to leave a negative, shitty comment because I respond to everything. And then they don't respond to anything back. It's the comment section that'll burn you out on YouTube. Nothing else. It's the comment section. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another day of Car Watch, where as you can see, the yellow bug has not moved and this white car here has not moved. Every other car in the parking lot has done a good job cleaning off their cars and being used on a daily basis, but these two cars have still not moved. What's going on, guys? It's the 20th of January. I didn't know how to start this video, so I thought I would start it with car watch. Yeah, I am in Buffalo, and yeah, there's probably things I could be doing between work and, well, the rest of my time, but it's so cold out and there's so much snow that I've just been doing the gym and, well, car watch. There's not much to do when it gets like this. But I am going to go check out the movie Primate. I hope that's a fun time. And yeah, that's the 20th. I got to go back into work at 8 p.m. tonight. Maybe it'll be fun. It is the 21st day of January 2026. I'm still in my hotel room here in Buffalo. Just got back from the gym from getting a pump. I absolutely love going to the gym and I'm trying to stay or keep up with it as much as possible this year. And then yeah, we're still doing car watch. So right over here we have the yellow bug that hasn't moved or been cleaned off yet. And we still got this car that hasn't moved or been cleaned off yet. And it is still constantly snowing in Buffalo. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how you live in Buffalo, New York. I don't know how you're just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna continue to live in Buffalo, New York. I couldn't do it personally. There's too much snow, it's too cold for me, and I'm from Northwest Indiana, right outside of Chicago. We get cold, we get snow, but this is constant. This is terrible. I couldn't do it. Anyway, I'm gonna go take a shower, and then I've gotta go into work, probably work a 12-hour shift, so that's what I'll be doing. But this has been the 21st. What's going on, guys? It's the 22nd of January. Should be my last night in a hotel for this Buffalo trip, and I'm ready to go home. It has snowed for at least a couple of hours every day. I don't know how Buffalo people do it. You guys are champions. Chicago has nothing on you. Listen, I don't live in Chicago. I work in Chicago. I live in Northwest Indiana, and I always tell people, I'm from Chicago. Weather doesn't really bother me. This weather's bothered me. And it's crazy because out here in Buffalo, people are really nice. The food is really good. The restaurants are great. The wings are great. Like, there's so many good things. It was a good work trip, minus all the snow. And there's just so much snow. I never want to come back in the winter. But that said, this should be my last night in a hotel. And I say should be because now we have a polar vortex coming. Apparently it's starting in the Midwest, in the Chicago area, and it's coming right through here. So my plane that I'm supposed to take is arriving right now at Buffalo Airport, and I'm supposed to leave at 8:30 tomorrow morning. So I hope that happens, because I really just want to go home. Well, guys, it is Friday the 23rd. I have all of my stuff packed. My flight is still on schedule, so hoping to leave for the airport shortly, check my bag, fly home. That's literally all I want right now. It's crazy how life can be like that. Like, you can have goals and dreams and things you want to get done, but in the moment, I just want to get home to my wife and kids. That's it. Extremely satisfying. It is the 24th. I made it home safe and sound, but now it's negative 36 outside. We're going through this polar vortex, but we're doing it from our own homes, or at least I am. Hope you're all staying warm out there. Although when you're seeing this, it's going to be February already, and well, you either made it through the polar vortex or you didn't. But I do have to take this car to go get some gas. And honestly, I just need Red Bull. I need an excuse to go get Red Bull because there's no Red Bull in the house. So even though it's negative 36 outside, I need Red Bull. The car needs gas. It's what we're doing. So what do you do when it feels like negative 40 outside? Well, you come down to your movie theater room, you pop some popcorn, you get some candy ready, and you do an afternoon movie with the kids in the movie theater room. And that's what we're about to do. I have these really cool Blockbuster cups that I got from the last Blockbuster in Bend, Oregon, and I've never really known what to do with them. And so today I was like, hey, they'll be great for candy cups. So yeah, there's the candy, there's the popcorn, there's the TV. I don't know what we're watching yet. I'm gonna let the kids pick. And on the 25th day of January, when there was a ton of snow outside and the temperature was negative 36, well, it's time for a family game of Monopoly. And here with me in the dining room is E. And here is, I'm going to show you the Monopoly game now. And so there it is, because nothing says a fun family time like a rousing game of Monopoly. Let's do it. Well, it was fun playing Monopoly with my wife and kids, although I was the first one eliminated. I'm pretty sure they all gained up on me, and my 8-year-old daughter won the game. good job to her, but yeah, I kind of got my ass kicked. And so yeah, this is what I have to clean off now. Now I did come out here earlier this morning and clean this entire driveway, but you can see a couple hours later, this is what it looks like. Gonna clean this off again and then hopefully do it one more time around 6 p.m. tonight. And there it is, nice and cleaned off. Not perfect, but as you can see, it's still coming down pretty hardcore over here. Oh, my bad, man. I messed up. There we go. It is Monday. I just got back from the gym, so I'm still sitting in my car. But I wanted you guys to know that the snowpocalypse has passed. The polar vortex has also passed. Yeah, it got down to, I think, -40 real feel at one point this past weekend, and there was a lot of snow. But it's not the most snow we've ever gotten. As long as you went out there and you kept up with it throughout the day yesterday, your driveway will look like this. It's really not that bad. But it did do one great thing. It forced, I went the wrong way. It forced my neighbor right there to put their car that they normally leave on the street year round in their driveway. And honestly, that's a win for all of us, because I hate when people just leave their cars on the street. I don't know why I hate it. I don't know why it bothers me, but it does. I hate it. Well, it's the 27th day of January now, and I am in the middle of editing my Scream 1 review. I'm going to shoot all of these reviews over the next 2 weeks and then have all of them come out throughout the month of February leading up to Scream 7. I'm really looking forward to doing it because I really love the Scream franchise, so I feel like I have a lot to say. But I was editing my Scream 1 review just now, and I probably shouldn't say this because this will come out technically before my Scream 1 video, but oh well. While I was editing it, I realized I called Drew Barrymore's character Cassie, not her real name in the movie of Casey. And I know the comment section is just like the first 10 comments are just going to be, her name's Casey. It's not Cassie. How do you not know that? And it's just going to be like the most annoying people that go on YouTube. So I did an edit. I put it in there as Casey, not Cassie. I knew her name. Just sometimes when you're recording, just the wrong sounds come out of your mouth. It happens a lot, actually. So I had to edit that, edit around that. But now, yeah, it's done, and I'm going to upload it now to YouTube, and it'll be out on February 6th. I was supposed to also shoot here. I'll show you. I'll just move the camera here. I was supposed to shoot. It's a mess in here right now. I've got all of these movies over here, some Scream masks for my thumbnails, but I've got all those movies there because I'm supposed to shoot my first couple letters of the alphabet of Blu-rays that I have for that video series. But this Scream review took a lot longer than I was hoping it would, and so I think I'm going to push that off to tomorrow. We'll see. Guys, it's the 28th day of January. Can't believe we've already made it to the end of the month. It's going so fast, but it is cold outside here, so I'm glad the month went by fast. Currently sitting at my wife's work desk. This is where she sits in the house when she does her work. She's a therapist, so she has a classy background, not like my movie theater room. But she got a fireplace back there, bookcases, record player, things like that. So yeah, this is her background. As for my day today, well, I went to the gym. I got a good pump. I'm still irritated at all the olds just circling all the machines at all times. It's still annoying. But then I came home, had some food, and then I shot and edited my first part of my Blu-ray collection, where I'm doing my entire Blu-ray collection throughout the year of 2026. And that was a fun time. It was a fun video to shoot. Got to talk about a lot of memories I had with those movies. And that's really what movies are, right? They're just memories that we hold on to. And now I threw a little pullover on because I got to go to my daughter's school. She's got a science competition. I'm going to go to that. And then I've got to watch Scream 2 tonight and maybe shoot a review for that. And you know what? Since I showed you the record player earlier, I figured I would show you it up close. Here's her wall. She has a couple of her favorites up here. She's a big Avenged Sevenfold fan, big Metallica fan, Dance Gavin Dance. I'm a big Blink fan, so she keeps a Blink up there for me too. It's pretty cool. There's the record player with one of the Blink records in it right now. But yeah, I got this for her for Christmas a couple years ago, and she loves it. So go me. Late on the 29th. Well, it's not very late. It's 8:49 p.m., which is not late at all. But I'm in my 30s and I work a normal job, so that's late to me. But I did just get out of the Send Help showing that I just saw, and oh my God, did I have such a great time with it. I want to watch it again. Like, it's that damn good. It's brutal, it's bloody, it's nasty, it's got a great twist to it, but all of that's going to be in my review that I make for it. So what am I talking about in this video? Well, here I am, in between two showings. I bought tickets to see Send Help at 6:15, and then Shelter, the new Jason Statham action movie, at 9:30. But it's 8:49 now, and I just don't have it in me. I don't have the want in me to stick around at the theater for another 45 minutes before 30 minutes of previews and then an hour and a half film of Jason Statham doing what he does in early winter movies, which is being a guy that gets out of something. He doesn't want to be part of that life anymore, and then something drags him back in. I mean, we get one of those every winter, I feel like, and that's what Shelter looks like. But do I go home? That's the question. I'm leaning towards going home and just enjoying a good night of sleep. Man, I've gotten old. And I did decide to skip that second showing. Life is too short to just watch Jason Statham do the exact same thing every single winter and just tag it with a different title. I'll catch the movie Shelter at some point in the future on streaming, I'm sure. So I did decide to come home, and I was just going to go to bed, and that was going to be that. But I got 2 packages from Amazon, and I wanted to show you what was in them. And so I've got these 2. Well, actually, this package, this is 3 more movies from that $11 movie deal that I did earlier this month. They were still doing that deal. I found 3 more 4Ks that I wanted, but I think I'm going to save this for tomorrow. So even though you'll see it in the next, minute or 2 minutes, for me it'll be a full day. So I'm going to save this for tomorrow. That's going to be a fun thing to sort of unpackage for you guys, show you the different 4Ks that I got on that deal. But I got this package and I'm excited to show you guys. So I'm going to set my microphone down for a second and let's open it up. All right. Here's what I bought. Check this out. Here it is. It's a red, white, and blue Ghostface mask. I'm in the middle of a Scream franchise review series, and I have 4 different Ghostface masks, and so I needed 2 more. So I went to Amazon to look for them, and I saw red, white, and blue, and I've kind of got this vision where I want to put a bunch of Ghostface masks up there. I'll show you here in a second. Hang them from up there. I thought that'd be cool. So I need more anyway, but this will just be a fun thumbnail to make like a red, white, and blue Ghostface mask. I thought I couldn't pass it up. As someone who absolutely loves the country that I live in, this kind of works perfectly. So yeah, I got a red, white, and blue Ghostface mask, and I've got 1 more coming so that I have enough for the entire review series. That one will be here, I think, tomorrow or the next day. Whenever that comes, I'll throw that in one of these videos. But we're getting close to the end of January, so you may not see that one until February, just depending on when it gets here. But yeah, so a Ghostface mask. That was fun. All right, guys, that's been the 29th. Well, guys, we made it to the 30th. I can't believe the month is almost over, but as promised, we're going to show you these movies that I picked up on that Amazon deal. Again, where I could buy 3 4Ks and they would come out to $30 no matter how much the real price was. That's a really good deal. Love that I was just randomly notified by Google that that deal was happening. But that said, these are the 3 films I picked up. Harvey, this is an upgrade from Blu-ray to 4K. It's a great film, a great classic movie. If you've never seen Harvey, I definitely recommend it. Just about a guy who tries to be nice to everyone, but his weird, quirky thing that he has going on is that his best friend is a 6-foot-tall rabbit that only he can see. Is he a drunk guy that just is kind of out of his mind, or is the rabbit real? It's kind of great. I love it. Next up, guys, we have another upgrade from Blu-ray to 4K, and that would be The Lost Boys. If you're looking for a great vampire flick in the 80s, look no further than The Lost Boys. The last one to talk about is Jurassic World Rebirth. Now, I don't own this movie. I own it now, so this isn't an upgrade. It's not a great film. A lot of people have called this Jurassic World Afterbirth, and I understand why, because it's not a good movie and the D-Rex is ridiculous. We just need to go back to the basics with the Jurassic franchise. Go back to Jurassic Park, call it a Tyrannosaurus Rex, call it a raptor. We don't need to get bigger and better. It's like a theme they've been doing with these movies, especially the Jurassic World movies, where they say the audience in the Jurassic World movies needs a bigger and better dinosaur, but really it's a play on the audience, like we, the viewer, need a bigger and better dinosaur, and no, we don't. The original dinosaurs are just fine. Stop with the nonsense D-Rex. We just don't need it. But those are the movies that I picked up, and I just wanted to share them with you guys. Other than that, today I took my kids. They had a day off of school because the teachers had a teacher day, which I guess I understand. If your job is constantly being around kids, maybe you need a day off every once in a while. So they had a teacher's day at school. So I took the kids with me to the grocery store. We got that done. And then I just now got done putting together my Scream 2 movie review. It was a lot of fun to shoot. I'm really enjoying going back through this franchise and actually doing movie reviews for them this time around. It's been fun so far. We're 2 movies in. We'll see how that goes. But that's it. That's my day. That's the 30th. I think we're getting Taco Bell tonight. Yeah, I like Taco Bell. I like the Baja Blast from Taco. It's an easy sell. If somebody's like, hey, let's get Taco Bell, and I know I can get Baja Blast out of the deal, it's an easy sell. Guys, it's snowing again. It has snowed more in January, I feel like, for me, than in any previous year. But again, neighbor's car is up in the driveway. And that's a win. And on the last day of the month, that's right, January 31st is here. Well, it's almost gone, actually, because it's already 9:30 at night. And so I was going to record this earlier today. I was going to go out, and I thought, well, I'll just record out and about so that I'm not, like, down in my movie room again doing another entry for this video. But I didn't end up going out just because of the cold and snow once again. So I ended up doing my Scream 3 review this afternoon. And then I sat down with the kids, and we had fun this afternoon. We just... kind of a lazy day, but it was a good day. But that said, before being done with January completely, there is one other thing I want to show you guys, and that would be a gift that my wife bought me for Christmas that I completely forgot she bought me until I was looking at those shelves over there, and it's the Quentin Tarantino graphic novel. This talks about his birth all the way through all the films he's made, and I'm looking forward to reading this. And it's a graphic novel, so pictures are on all the pages, and that makes for an easier read. But with that said, though, guys, this has been January of 2026 in my life. Is it the most exciting thing? No, it's not. But I have had a fun January, and I've had fun making daily entries for this video, and so I'm going to continue that into the rest of the year. And I'm sure as the weather gets better, I'll take the camera to more places, and we'll do more exciting things. January is just kind of a cold and snowy month where I live, and even where I went for work this month. I went to Buffalo, and I went to a couple different places in Illinois, and it's just always snow and cold, and that's not really fun. But if you stuck it out with me in this video this far, well, I really appreciate that. As always, guys, I'm always looking for new things to do on the channel, and I wanted to do this daily entry with you guys. With that said, I'm looking forward to continuing this series down the line, and as always, guys, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button, because it helps the video, it helps the channel, and it helps me right here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.